What's up, Rextorians? I am Brigadere, and I'm here to show you how to create that trail effect that I was just showing off. This system will be using a replicator, which means that you're only going to need one system, instead of different costumes that players have to wait until one frees up. This way, players don't have to wait in line to get a new cosmetic. They can just purchase it, and it works for an unlimited number of players. We're going to start with the motion trail itself. If you would like to customize it in any way, like changing its color, turning it to rainbow, or anything like that, you need to do it before you add it to the replicator. The next step is to add the replicator and then configure it, adding the motion trail to its object to pool. It will look like this when you have done that. Now we need to figure out what we want it to do after it has spawned. Well, that's pretty simple. We want it to be attached to the player's torso. Wire the spawned object into the object to attach of both of those chips. That way we know what to attach to the player's torso. Additionally, you're going to want to turn assign to player to true, so that whenever the player leaves the room, the object that they had equipped will despawn automatically. Since we're going to be making this toggleable, we're going to need both the attach object to player torso and its opposite, the detach object from player's torso. We're going to be using the same object as before by using the spawned object of the replicator. We're going to need a way to turn it on and off, so I'm just going to use an interaction volume. Let's spawn an if chip as well. The if chip will make more sense in a second. For now, let's just wire the on use or hold complete into the if chip. The then output is going to go into the detach, and the else is going to go into the replicator. Now let's add both a bool variable to the attach object to player torso and the detach. Make sure that both of them are named the exact same thing, and then wire both of them to their respective chips. Set the attach object bool to true, and take its output and run it into the if chip. Essentially, the if chip is acting as a flip-flop, so that when the interaction volume is first interacted with, it will go the else route, turning on the replicator and attaching an object to a player. And then it will set the bool to true, so that the next time that the interaction volume is pressed, the if chip will then use the then output and detach the object from the player's torso, and then flip it back to false to continue the replicator. In order to get this to function properly, we need to wire each one of the player inputs to the player who used the interaction volume. It is not enough to simply use the local player. Now, if we click the interaction volume, I'm going to receive the trail, the motion trail. If you are experiencing any errors at this point, make sure that your replicator is not on run, but on object spawned. That execution needs to continue onwards. If you do run, it won't spawn the object properly. But what about when I disable it? If I click the interaction volume and then move away, here you'll see the motion trail. It's still there. And if I click it again, well, I'm just going to keep spawning more. So now we need a way to not only just remove the object, but we need to despawn it as well. To do this, we're going to be using a replicator return object, and we're going to place it between the detach object from player torso and the second bool variable, or the bool variable that is false. Connect the target of the replicator return object to the spawned object of the replicator. Now when we click on the interaction volume, it will give us the motion trail, as you can see here. And when we click off, the motion trail disappears completely. If that test is not working properly for you, and it's just going from the if chip then output, and keep returning this with an error, it's because you don't have an object attached to your back. So just run the replicator, and then it should work properly. And that concludes this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the library, Rextorians.